Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilcum, an empath, and I just like to do these little talks on how I feel about things. I'm a clarier. I got all the clairs in there. Clairaudient, clairvoyant, blah, 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 blah. Just synonyms. Just a little frequency receiver. I just read vibes. We all do. I just pay more attention than most people. Went to the market today. Got to see my favorite checkout lady. It was kind of neat. I got to share good news, and she got to share some good news. And good news I got to share was a story about New York City and the power outage. And there's some accounts, there's someone that somewhere knows how it happened. Anywhere from 45,000 to 78,000 people were without power for a little while, but that gives people a taste, And the same thing happened on the same date in 1977. Only 1977 people got it twisted, delve into their dark side, same astrology, and wreaked havoc on the city and looted and pillaged and caused all kinds of, monstrosity, debauchery. And this time it was like the Tabernacle Choir freaking, they all evacuated the street and they were like singing Broadway shows and stuff in the street. Come on in, Artists. Come on. Handsome. And, there was no looting. Same circumstances. Different heart space. Take it easy. You just have to relax. You're sleeping. And you're mad at your brother because he's breathing right now and you're sleeping. Everybody, see, as above, so below. Everybody's feisty in their bits right now. Everybody's in their emotions. I cried 2 times today. I was listening to some music and got in my feelings, and that's what music does. It plays our feelings like freaking a harp, accordion. Emotions, and all these people are feeling all these emotions, and they're like, why am I feeling this? I don't know what to do with all of this stuff that I'm feeling. It's weird how much I'm feeling. Even the people that feel a lot and are versed with feeling are feeling like everything. I'm like, I was telling a buddy yesterday, I'm like, I kind of think it feels like a tongue on a 9-volt battery, or I feel like I'm wearing my skin inside out when the energy is as evanescent as it is right now. And I feel pretty good, but I'm pretty used to just staying close to home. I really wanted to go to the beach today. Oh, I wanted to go to the beach. Mom, let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. We'll just drive over there, put our feet in the sand, and come back. Let's just go to the beach. She didn't, so I went to the grocery store instead. Got some ice cream. But when I was at the market, I got to see my favorite cashier, and there's a young gal that was 2 people ahead of me, and she was with their mom, and this young gal was probably about 9 or 10 years old and reminded me of Annie, the character on the comic strip. And and I'm sure she's on some spectrum of some sort. She was a little bit different, and I don't know in what terms exactly how to describe that. But the thing is that, and I've talked about this before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again from time to time, is these kids that are on the spectrum, ones that, like, people like me walk around with headsets, drowned out freaking the world, because the world is hard to live in, because it just doesn't make sense to people that, seek for logic and truth and justice. And sensitive, see, that's what I think that the Bible meant. And I'm not big on religion because I don't know nothing about religion. I know enough to have conversations with people. I've worked at Catholic Jesuit universities, theologists and all that. We've had conversations and whatnot, and know about spirituality and different spiritual programs. Always tracked that my whole life, and see if Tucker gets mad at Benny's existence here in a second. And the thing of it is these kids, for whatever reason, are just getting more and more sensitive, and we got to leave a world to them that they're going to be able to navigate in through and around. Make it easy for them. They're the meek that are inheriting this earth. Oh, Benny, is this gonna go well? Benny, cute body boy, Benny. You didn't close the door behind you. It's very, very rude. You're gonna make me do it, aren't you? No, I'm gonna make me do it. Oh, the big boy. Okay, Benny. Talk to the people about how the meek. Oh, the meek that are inheriting the earth. And the cool part about it is it's like I think about how things are gonna be different, because people, it's like an all hands on deck. Every astrologer right now is putting out content right now today. Even there's new music. That's why I know that there's a spike in the energy, because energy is just what motivates us, so a lot of these people with the same astrology charts, are motivated to do more as far as motivating what they believe in. There's, I think Ed Sheeran put out 2 songs today. He's huge on collaboration, and right now, and it's just the cool thing about experiencing life is that it never ceases to amaze me. Like, all these spiritual readers will say, like, now's the time, step up. If you're a light worker, you got to step up. You got to really step into your integrity and who you are. And I do this on the street, and I do this where I've always done this pretty diligent wherever I've gone. And it's just so funny when I tell people on a page, hey, thank you for your message. I share on my YouTube too, and then people, like, one lady said today, it was so interesting. She was like, if you're so for the light, why are you trying to steal people's viewers? And I was like, what a weird place to come from. What an interesting point of view. And and that's the thing, is to be able to wow, that's cool. That's the thing, is everybody has a point of view, and for every point of view, there's that person, that's how their world is. That is their world to them, and I wonder what the rest of her world is about. If that's, people perceive me wrong all the time. It never ceases to amaze me how often people want to see me as a terrible person. Until it made it a lot better the day that I came to know that how people see me is on them, and it has nothing to do with me. How people feel about me has nothing to do with me. It's none of my business. There's a lot of freedom in that. There's an interesting story I've been tracking. Susan Eaton. I don't know. It's been wearing on me, probably because it takes place on Crete, and I was there on Crete in 2003. Operation Crappy Iraqi story. But it was cool. I stayed in the hotel, cool hotel. But anyway, this woman's like in her 50s. Well, one news report says her age is one thing. There's 50s, 60s. She was like a black belt in Taekwondo, and she's a geneticist, and she worked at a lab in Germany, and she went for a run, and she ended up in a World War II bunker. And it's just so weird to me, because it was so close to where I was, right? And the circumstances are around her death, because it's always she's just the best person in the world. It's always that person that freaking gets it, and that's because these predators know how to pick the best people. They recognize them, you know. And I just, I hope to teach people how to recognize how to people in other recognize things in other people that they can believe in themselves that will keep them safe. That makes sense. Because the world is becoming very unpredictable. And, it's always given us little Easter eggs, little synchronicities on things that are going to tell us what's for our highest good and what's not, and are we gonna listen to our higher good and our intuition and rise above sometimes our earthly desires of things we want to do to keep ourselves in our best spiritual conditioning? Are we willing to do that? Are you gonna pass up that freaking fine piece of whatever? It was kind of interesting. I've been watching Veronica Mars, and it's coming back, and there were all these interviews, because I just started watching it like this a week ago, and there's all these interviews with Kirsten and months ago, I guess, when they were talking about bringing it back, and now it's like coming back in like next week or the week after. But she wanted to be a role model for girls. She wanted a character of that, and I was like, you know what? That's kind of one of the reasons why I did one of the why I do these videos for me Sabrina's, is I try to live a life and be an example of what a strong female type can be, and you don't got to get pushed around, you don't got to be big, you don't got to be tough, you don't got to be violent, you can stand in your integrity and be powerful. People are always like, you have such a strong personality, and I don't know what that means. I guess one interpretation is that where I go, pretty much, I think that the right thing should go on wherever I am around me. And if something's going on that ain't right, I'm going to redirect that best I can. Yep. People like me do that. We're all over. I ain't ever going to be huge. I ain't ever going to be a huge tube. I ain't ever going to be freaking brand. Yeah, I got imagination. I would love to dance on the stage and be able to freaking travel around the world and just put my hey, okay, hey all over the world. Hey, okay, hey, hey, okay, hey, hey, okay, hey, hey, okay, hey, yeah, and dance on stage with some of my favorite people is a blessing. Yeah. Feather, feather dress and bow ties. Who knows? And knickers. Who knows? I got all kinds of imagination. I've met a bunch of people that I was interested in meeting already. And in the last couple of years, I've had nothing but time to imagine a better world. And a lot of things I've imagined have already happened, so why not keep on imagining the best version of life and just watch things fall into that? Because, for a long time I thought about the worst things, and plenty of that happened, and it just left me with the bellyache. But anyway, that's about all I got for today. Hope you all have a rad evening. Peace.